Yo, did you give Drake your number? What's up? Did you give him your Instagram handle?
Hey guys, welcome back. Mira, let's do our Friday wind-ups or weekly wind-downs, or what are we calling this? What did I say yesterday?
Weekly wrap up?
Weekly whirlwinds, girl. Okay,
Okay.
real quick. Did you see the
So
photo?
many things happened this week. So many things. How
So
can we
many
even
things.
start?
So my Toronto inside girl, you sent me a photo of Drake with all his Victoria's Secret bras. So first,
Ew.
before we dive too deep, girl, when you throw a bra on stage,
Heck no, because my bras are way too expensive. And
amen.
my cup
Amen.
size, first of all, if you saw this picture, it is Drake posing and smiling with maybe 1,000 bras set up, all evenly set up on the ground. And they are different colors, different shapes and sizes. But the thing that's the most evident is that they're from the smaller bitty itty bitty titty club. And because a big girl or a girl with big boobs is not taking off her bra and then enduring that concert without a bra, because we need support. And our bras are expensive. Okay. You can't be getting at Victoria's Secret or wherever else, American Eagle. You can't be getting EFG sizes. So no, he can get his preteen bras be thrown there where they don't got nothing. But it's a little psychotic to me. It's a little crazy to me that he kept it all and he organized it so neatly to take a picture. Why are you keeping all of that for all these years, Drake? I don't get it.
First of all, hold on. I don't think all the bras are from the quote unquote itty bitty titty committee.
It's probably not. But a girl with an
from a girl who's
EFG ain't
busting
putting that shit up
herself
there.
too. I can buy my bras at Victoria's Secret, but I will say, from a girl who's busty too, congratulations to the girls who can go to a concert and throw up their bras, because girlfriend, there's no way I'm walking out of the concert without a bra on.
Maybe they feel good that he kept it though. I don't know. I saw some of those bras had some writings on it. Yo, did you give Drake your number? What's up? Did you give him your Instagram handle? Because that's what I would do if I was going to throw mine up there. I'm not even going to lie, but I would not.
These are expensive bras. I'm taking a look at the photos again. Yeah, they did write names and numbers. I have one of these bras. Some of them are ones that I have. Listen, ladies, these bras are expensive. They're not Walmart bras. These bras are like Victoria's Secret.
But maybe they feel good that he's keeping them and he's displaying them. I don't know. But the thing is, like, it reminds me. Okay,
I don't know.
I'm just saying this out loud, but I'm just making it up. I'm not saying anything against him. But that tendency to keep things and collect it from other people is reminding me of serial killer vibes, where they keep little trinkets from their victims.
Mm-hmm.
And these women are obviously not victims or fans. So it's to him, it's a tribute. And I think it's beautiful if you take it that way. But to me, I'm like, dude, you have a whole room full of bras, bro. I don't know. I don't know about you. And then you go to a concert, you take your son to one of your concerts, which I think was great because he's beautiful and you have a great relationship now after you have been proven that you're the dad. But then you tell them up front, your audience, don't throw any bras because my son's here. But bro, then you post a picture of it. Like, your son be seeing all this stuff. Your son ain't that young. He will see all of it.
This is my other question, is that, like, you grew up in the digital age, Drake. Like, you know what this is like. You know that it's written in ink. You can't take it back once it's up there. Why? If you didn't want your son... Man, Drake's weird sometimes. I don't know. I'm a Toronto girl. I don't really dig in the whole Drake thing. Come at me. I don't care. His music's okay to me. I'm not a huge fan, but I'm more of a pop girl. And I like maybe 4 of his songs. But this, yeah, I'm with you. He gives serial killer vibes. I'm just also not the kind of girl who would throw her bra on stage. But there are damn some expensive bras. These are expensive. Like, expensive.
Let's pretend we're in Drake's party. Okay, you now get all these bras. You have somebody collect them to take them off stage after your concert. And then you take it home and then you laugh about it or talk about it or maybe call some of the girls. I don't know. But maybe you do. Maybe you call some of the girls to your hotel room, something, whatever. But I'm just saying, you take that to your hotel room, into your tour bus, and then at home, like, you keep it. Like, what? Why? What? I don't understand. I'm a girl though, so maybe if there's a guy listening, they can help us out. I don't get it.
I would like to know what self-respecting woman, if this happened to a concert at, like, Riri's concert, I can't even compare it to Riri because this is just disgusting.
Ooh, wonder what she gets thrown up on her. What she gets thrown up.
But this is, I don't know. I wouldn't. I also like a little germaphobe. There's boob sweat and
No, but he's a guy though. He probably likes that. There's guys that be
Oh,
liking
gross.
women's
All
dirty
right.
underwear. You never saw
We haven't had breakfast yet, so let's
Orange
just
is the New Black where they worked out or
let's
wore their
move
underwear
on.
and then sold it. People
Gross,
like that shit.
gross. No, no.
Dude,
Gross.
Carmen Electra and her feet. Don't you remember? People say they want her pictures of her feet. They don't even want her body. People are weird.
Super weird. I forgot about that. Yes, we talked about that.
We
Carmen
did.
Electra and her feet. Speaking of Carmen Electra and her feet and things that we talked about, actually, this has nothing to do with Carmen Electra. Joe Jonas and Sophia finally spoke up, and Nick actually filed.
So Sophie Turner was maybe, I think, 20 or 21 when she met him, and they got married maybe 4 years later. Joe was almost 30. So I think they got married. She was in her early 20s. He was maybe 30 or something like that. Obviously, I should have done more research on this, but yeah, there's a huge age difference gap. And remember, guys, when she was on Game of Thrones, that was a 10-year stretch where she grew up there. She was like 9 years old or something when she started being Stark, if there's any Game of Thrones fans out there. But she spent from 9 years old to 21 or 20 or something like that, just being on that show, literally just filming, giving up her youth, her teenage years. So even my teenage years, did I party? Okay, yeah. In my 20s, did I party? Yeah. It's a translation. You can still do it. So I guess him
also,
locking
those
her
are
down.
Really formative years. Like, I know that everybody.
Oh yeah.
That, like your teenage years are really the years where you're still growing and still developing friendships. But your 20s, those are the years where you are building long-lasting friendships. Your career. There's multiple things that are happening in your 20s. Those are really formative years. And your brain isn't done developing. There's been like studies saying that your brain doesn't actually finish developing until you're closer to 28. So really.
So she's still not developed? I think she's 27.
She was a baby. Come on, she was a baby. So
she's 27 now, but she's a mom of 2 girls with him. And so when you think of a 20-something-year-old with money, right? Think of all the people that she could be hanging out with, like within the field of whatever, actresses, modeling, whatever. At 27 years old, how many of them are married with 2 kids? Not many. And so I think there's probably, we're speculating here because
grew up in the spotlight though, right?
Yeah. He, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, because he's 34 now. But the thing about this that really irks me is that she was all about it and he was all about it. And then they had kids. You have to grow up together. And I guess he wasn't ready to continue to grow up even more. He felt like he's the grown up and she's not the grown up and he had another child or whatever. But I wonder, because she was filming, she didn't get to.
She went from being a teenager in the spotlight to being a mom in the spotlight.
Yeah, he locked it down.
You know this, being a mother, it's hard enough to just deal with being a mom.
Dude, yeah, babysitters, whatever.
And then to add on top of that, going through your 20s, I did that. And I wasn't even in the spotlight. I will tell you.
You mentioned her career. She was in England shooting something for how many months, maybe leaving her kids behind. He's on tour. So I don't know who watches the kids or whatever. Maybe they're with her or with him. I don't know. I think they're with him right now because there was like something about him having breakfast with the girls and some random girl who I'm pretty sure is just part of their family or assistant. I don't care. She wasn't anything special. Yeah. But so the kids are with him while she's filming. But yeah, I'm sorry. When I go away for work and stuff and I go out and I have drinks and my kid's not here and I know my kids are safe with my husband, will I drink a little bit more? Yeah. Will I party? Maybe. But if that's a party and it's a wrap party and my other people are around me, of course I'm gonna. Would it make him feel a certain way? Maybe, because he's not part of it and he's holding the house down. But guess what? When the roles are reversed, people don't say anything. People don't say nothing when you're at home and you're a woman and you have your kids there and the husband's going off on work trips and partying and doing
normal in our society. We don't talk about the women going off on the work trip. She's the one who's quote unquote abandoned her child a little bit. Listen, I'm with you. You both share the duties. You don't like it and you don't want to give me
Yeah. How old is their daughter? I feel like she just had a baby. 14 months old is the little one, 3 years old and 14 months old. So 14 months ago, this lady had a baby. She had 2 kids. Yeah. So anyway, apparently she said something and he caught it on the Ring camera. Maybe she was on the phone. Maybe she was talking to somebody and saying something about him. And he was like, yeah, it's done. But that means that this has been going on for a while. That means that they've had issues about her wanting to fly away from the nest or do more experiences. And he didn't want that. They're in different phases of their lives. And we talk about this, right?
Yeah.
But the 14-month-old, that means even though you were having issues, did you then proceed to have a second baby because that's what you wanted, or that's what you felt like
That's
you
what
had to
you
do
wanted.
to lock down that marriage? Because people do it. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. I feel sad for them. I feel sad that she has to be this young with a divorce behind her with 2 kids, because the women always bear the brunt of it,
Oh God.
actress or not. Actress or
No,
not.
and we've
So
talked about this in previous episodes where I have said, would it be Kevin Costner? That was the
yep.
episode. Kevin Costner, where I said, do you think this is going to damage? And listen, his wife, we still don't know if she had. I don't even know what she did before this. But regardless, it's not her. It's not his name being dragged through the mud. Joe will come out of this fine, and I think she'll be a little damaged, in my opinion. Her reputation, anyways. Regardless, I feel very bad for them, mostly for her because, especially
Girls
when you're
living
that
her
young, you're
life.
20. It's hard enough to be, like I said, it's hard enough to be a mom. It's hard enough to raise children. It's hard enough to do it in your 20s, and then to do it in the spotlight, and now go through a very public divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. My thing with Sophie Turner, I feel bad that she has to have this on her at all. And Joe Jonas, I think they both will rebound. She's a beautiful girl. I don't want to say she's super talented. I loved her as Sansa, but she was also a very annoying character, and I don't think that was because of her acting.
It was just
I judge it because I didn't really love the X-Men Jean Grey Phoenix thing, but as a person, I don't know her. So hopefully she bounces back. Hopefully she has a really illustrious career ahead of her, and they can co-parent for these 2 young girls. And that's really the best. Like, all you can think about is these kids, right? They're so young. But when you have 2 famous parents, it's going to be very hard. Everyone's going to be all over you. Everyone's all over them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he even release and say that? Ugh, beating a dead horse. I don't even know why he would say, oh, he heard her say something on a Ring camera.
You know what I
Why would
always
somebody
wondered?
say that? Why would
You know
you
what I always
betray
wondered
him
though?
like that? That's a personal thing, man.
Oh, well, it's
Like, leave him.
petty.
Leave him
Hold on.
alone.
He is angry, and it's petty. He's trying to
He
get
could have
back.
said that to a friend, though, man, and the friend said it to the media. Like, you think you would say that to the media? I don't think I would say that to the media.
I wouldn't.
Exactly.
But
So
I
I
would
think that
find
came
some
from
form
his
of
inside
privacy if I was
circle.
going through a very public divorce.
Someone in his circle found out about that and said it, and that's really messed up because he needs your friend. He needs friendship right now. Because if y'all remember how they started, they're about the chastity rings and being pure, and they only want their
That's
parents are
right.
still married. They just want the one marriage with the kids, and they're locking it down. It's just sad. Anyway, let's move on
Yes.
for our Friday frenzy. What is it? Wait, what is it? Weekly Whirlwind?
Weekly Whirlwind. What do you got?
Okay, let's talk about Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, I heard
What?
about this last night. Okay,
Yo,
question. Because
yes.
what's funny is that we're both building businesses, and I think that there's always a little bit, especially when you decide that you want to step into the quote unquote spotlight a little bit. And granted, both our platforms are relatively small. But I was talking to some friends about this, and I one of my girlfriends said to me, she was like, one day I feel like you're gonna make it big. You're gonna get some NDAs in place. And I was like, oh hell yeah. So my question goes back to Jimmy. There's no production studio that wouldn't have. How is this being leaked? First. And second, Jimmy, what are you doing to your poor people?
Here's the thing, though. I don't know. He probably doesn't have NDAs, does he? For some of these people, it's former employees. It said, I think there was 16 employees, 16 current
It's
and former
and
staffers. So
yeah,
some are current.
yeah.
But they're talking about his erratic behavior, and it was their dream to work on the Tonight Show. So the thing is, and this happened to Ellen DeGeneres too.
Okay, so I was actually thinking about that last night when I was reading this or looking at this. But you worked in media. Don't all up here in Canada, you can't even sign a job offer without signing an NDA first.
I think it depends on your job. Honestly, I think it depends on your job. But there's something, NDA is different than some kind of discrimination or whatever. Maybe these people didn't have NDAs. Maybe they were contractors, because you can have contractors for years,
Okay, so we have laws against that up here.
Oh, no, I don't think we do here. Clearly. And they're in LA too, so it's a little different. I think, is he LA or New York? Tonight Show.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Nah, he's probably New York. I think he lives in New York. I really don't know, guys, because I watched Jimmy Fallon. I thought when he first came out of SNL and he had his show, the first season or two, I thought it was really genuine. And then as it went on, I was like, oh, it's a fake laugh. It's a fake smile. It's a little fake to me. But I think that happens as time goes on because it's like the routine of your job, right? And it's a job. And the difference between the allegations for Jimmy Fallon versus Ellen DeGeneres is Ellen had a very toxic work environment, and it wasn't always fostered by her. It was her people, and it was like a whole thing, right? She was obviously on trial there. People were like hating on her, and she's not what she seems, etc. Jimmy Fallon is having the same accusation, but it's saying it's him. It's his erratic behavior, him looking confused, him being weird in production meetings. Right here on Rolling Stone, it's saying that it's common knowledge that there are good Jimmy days and there are bad Jimmy days. So when you get coined good day, bad day, that means it's pretty consistent. But what celebrity doesn't have that? What comedic celebrity? You're not always expected to be that nice guy or nice girl. You're not always expected to be friendly and nice. I'm nice, but will you get me on a bad day? Yeah. Will I be joking about it? Or listen, we're human. We're human.
Yeah.
And I think he came out and apologized to his staff. I don't think that was his intention, but I question, was he drunk? Was he on drugs? Is there something else going on? Because when people display erratic behavior, where you're good days, bad days, it takes me back to your mental state.
Yep.
Right? Exactly. There's difference when you're just a terrible boss and have a toxic environment, because I've been there in the corporate world and I've seen it in media too, but it's expected to some degree. People deal with a lot of the stars things, like they're the stars. They're the reasons they have the show. If that star wasn't there, they wouldn't be employed. But anyway, it's 14 former employees and 2 current employees saying it's been a toxic workplace for years, outside of boundaries of what's considered normal in high pressure world of late night TV. Yeah, but it really starts with his erratic behavior, ever changing leadership teams, which questions me, because if your leadership team is changing, they can't deal with you, or they're not yesing you. I guess there were 9 showrunners in the past years. They don't know how to say no to him. Guys, that doesn't sound like an ideal situation, but they said their mental health was impacted from their experience. Poor guy. Maybe he is a big jerk, but it's hard being a big boss, and it's hard to please everybody. And it's a bummer because he's doing his dream, and these people, this is their dream job to work on something like this. It's a great show. I hope there's no fallout from it. I hope he really does mean his apology, and maybe he'll address the issues of why he's like this and what is causing these problems to create a good work environment.
I hope so. I like Jimmy Fallon. I like watching the show, so we'll see. And listen, I don't watch him religiously, so I wouldn't know. But I did watch Ellen religiously for a long time. And there were points in some of her episodes that I was like, I could see her being a bit of a bully.
But again, she's human. Like, so is he.
But that doesn't negate the fact that maybe she should have been a little more aware of what she was doing, especially on set. And mostly in front of the camera is what I'm saying. But yes, I don't know. I guess we'll hear more about what comes out in regards to Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah,
but this is unfolding. And again, like I said, NDAs, people start getting those things.
I'm going to venture out to say his leadership team had NDAs, which is why none of them are speaking. Because apparently Rolling Stones contacted them and none of them have spoken up. So I'm going to say, so I think it's common for people.
We'll hear a public statement from his team very soon.
Yeah, but usually people who've moved on, who have worked or whatever, they'll say something in support of the person.
That's true.
I don't know.
We'll see. Poor Jimmy. Okay, I hope this all works out and is ironed out for you. You want to talk about Hyde, Danny Matheson?
Hyde. Okay. So Danny Matheson was convicted.
Hold on, before. Danny Matheson was Hyde from that 70s show. And then him and Ashton Kutcher produced a show for Netflix called The Ranch. And he was Ashton Kutcher's older brother on the show The Ranch. In the show The Ranch, these allegations started to come out. I knew about the allegations, and now he's been convicted. You're saying? Oh, dang.
Yep. He was convicted, and yesterday was his sentencing, 30 years to life in prison for raping the 2 women. It looks like his wife was surprised, apparently. I guess she thought, I don't know. He pleaded not guilty to the charges, but I think they're going to appeal. It says 3 accusers took the stand to detail their allegations in May, but he was convicted of the 2 rapes. So I don't know what the third one was, but yeah, she was shocked by him getting that conviction. I actually think, isn't she famous?
I don't
Bijou
know who was
Phillips.
my
I think
favorite.
she has famous parents or something, and there's something weird about her background, if I'm not mistaken. We're a terrible host because we probably shouldn't have looked this up and know this, but we're
I mean, I
not
knew about
People
the story. I
Magazine
didn't even
guys.
know he was married, first of all. I'm surprised by this.
Okay, so apparently, which is interesting, Masterson in late 2022 was initially tried for the allegations, but there was a mistrial because not all the jury could come up with unanimous verdict. And so 10 of the 12 jurors wanted to find him not guilty. 10 of the 12 based on the evidence presented. So then I guess I don't know how he got tried again. Maybe because it was like a hung jury and then they redid it with a different jury, but now he's tried. So it's interesting that 10 out of the 12 on the original trial said he was not guilty.
It sounds bad, but what state is he being tried in?
LA.
Okay.
So California.
Because there are stricter laws in different states for stuff like that, I believe, right?
I guess so, but they said it was based on lack of evidence.
The thing is that rape charges are very difficult in general to convict.
I think these charges were from 20 years ago too.
And here's the thing, 20 years ago, they still had DNA, but for those charges to come out, and if you didn't do a rape kit at said point in time, there's shows about it where we hear about women being asked by the doctors to do a rape kit at that time so that they have the ammunition should they decide to go to press charges. Or
one of them was his ex-girlfriend. She was his girlfriend at the time.
Oh my gosh.
And so he came out saying, I'm not going to fight my ex-girlfriend in the media like she's been baiting me to do for more than 2 years. I'm going to beat her in court and look forward to it because the public will finally be able to learn the truth and see how I've been railroaded by this woman. Once her lawsuit is thrown out, I intend to sue her.
Super gaslighty.
Once her lawsuit is thrown out, I intend to sue her and the others who jumped on the bandwagon for the damage they caused me and my family. This is messy. Fun. This is messy.
I'm grossed out. And
Ashton Kutcher dumped him, but also United Talent Agency.
It's too messy.
Yeah. All right. The next thing that's on the news.
Super gaslighty. I'm not impressed. That's it.
Listen, innocent until proven guilty, right? He was proven guilty.
Right.
He's going to appeal. Best of luck to him.
Of course he is.
Best of luck to him. I feel bad for the women. I don't want to say which side I'm on. I don't really care about him. I don't think we need to.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Kim Kardashian. Hot topic now. It was so funny. Kim wore this super duper skimpy gold bikini in honor of Smash Mouth, which is a 90s band. They sang, I don't know if you remember the lyrics, all that glitters is gold. Yep. So she wore the gold bikini because he passed away. He had some health issues. He was in hospital. And yeah, so the hit, it's from like 1999 or something. It was like, or 2000. It was like called All Star. And they play it all the time. So you definitely have heard it, but yeah, so she wore that bikini and she wrote all that glitters is gold. So that was her version of tribute to his death. And yeah, everybody came for her. And here's my thing. Is it tacky? Maybe, but let the girl live. She can wear whatever the hell she wants. If that's her way of doing a tribute to someone.
First of all,
maybe she knows him.
I'm not a Kim K fan.
Fine. But I'm a woman fan and women can wear whatever they want. First of all, good for you, mama. Yeah,
wow. First of all, okay, damn. Good job, girl, because you look fire. And second of all,
your trainer did a great job. Your nutritionist did a great job. You did a great job. Your plastic surgeon did a great job.
It's not even.
If my boobs look like that after kids, listen.
I'm just saying, good for you, girl. That was fire. No. Why do we come after women for wearing what they want to wear? I need to know why this is such a, if you don't like it, then don't look. I get this. I have older kids. We've talked about this. And I had, going back to Sophia's situation here, I had kids in my 20s. So I didn't really get to live those formative years. So sometimes I live them out in my now late 30s, early 40s. And I won't lie to you. There have been times that my daughter will literally be like, at least mom put on clothes today. It's not that scandalous, girl. Let's be real. But I there's something still in me that won't get rid of her mini skirts. And so good for you, KK. Do you? I think she looks fire. That shot was fire.
Listen, she looks great. That's her tribute. If you don't like it, you don't know him. You don't know her. Okay. Maybe he's the kind of guy that would have appreciated that. I don't know. But anyway, they came out, the Smash Mouth, the group's Instagram came out and wrote only shooting stars and reposted her thing, which I take as support for her contributing his death. I don't know. Whatever. I think if you're going to come for Kim K and come for her family, I think you should come for her, bringing her kids to the Beyonce concert. Not even about the Beyonce concert, but on the way there or the way back. I think it was on the way there. They're singing "We Be All Night," like Surfboard, and the little girls are singing that too. And literally, there's video of them with Kanye's verse in that song, talking about the breasts or the breakfast. Like, listen, these little girls, terrible. But this is her dad, right? This is North's dad. She's definitely familiar with what he does. This is the thing I kept telling myself, but I wouldn't want my 8-year-old or 10-year-old or however old they are to be listening to that song and dancing to it, knowing the lyrics. I'm just saying, come for her for that. Don't come for her for what she wears. She can wear whatever the hell she wants.
Hold on. Are they coming for her because now she's quote unquote single? Because nobody had a problem. Do you remember that white bikini that quote unquote broke the internet? It wasn't a bikini. It was a one piece. It wasn't even a bikini. It was a one piece. And she was turned around. And she had a shot. And at the time, she was married to Kanye. And at the time, Kanye commented on that photo being like, I'm on my way home. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah. That was so good.
Nobody came for her then.
You know what? But people are coming for Kanye right now with his wife. So I don't know if you know about this.
Of course not.
They were in Italy, him and his wife, and they were on a boat. And there are pictures of his pants being down and she's in between his legs. So now the Italian government is wanting to, I think they did get banned from renting boats in Italy moving forward. If I was Kanye, I'd just buy my own boat, but whatever. So yeah, but people saw that. I don't know. Allegedly, she was doing something. I don't know. Maybe his pants was down because that's what people wear their pants. And maybe she just happened to lean down. It was 3 people. It was him, her, and a friend of theirs that were on the boat. What's scandalous is her name is Bianca Censori. They just got married. It was just like a weird, all of a sudden Kanye was married and the girl had
the ocean and like a drone caught a picture of them.
No, everybody who was in the water, the canal saw them. It wasn't, there was multiple shots of it. This girl had like long hair. She was like a model, swimsuit model, whatever. So they got married and she's
okay. So they since then open.
Cut her hair. Her Italian fashion, if you don't know what it is, please look it up. Kanye and Bianca in Italy's fashion. So he's just wearing black on black in this heat in Italy, and it covers his face. She wears pantyhose by itself with heels and like a top, no bra most of the times. Good for her. But when you wear pantyhose, you know how we got the little seam thing in the back and the front, all for everyone to see. But they're shopping at like Marnie and all these crazy expensive stores. What you buying over there? What you buying? You know you're not putting it on? You're wearing pantyhose, girl. So I know she's trying to be avant-garde, but you remember his ex, what's her name? Julia Fox or something like that?
Yeah.
Julia Fox, she's a model, she's a mom, whatever. So she got famous from dating him and him doing her makeup and all that stuff and doing the crazy fashions. She came to Fashion Week in New York to open. And I really wish that I could show you a picture like right here, like a newscaster, because I feel like she should have just went naked. It was literally like this metal chain and it just had the nip part and a circle part.
Yeah. I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, that's his ex. So yeah, good for them. Wear whatever you want.
There's an episode, and it's weird that I even remember this episode or I even saw it. I don't even remember when I saw it, but there's an episode where he cleans out a little bit of Kim K's closet on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Do you remember this? She's cleaning out her closet and she's with Chloe, and Chloe's, what do you do with this stuff? And she's, I'm getting rid of it because it's not stuff that Kanye wants me to wear or something like that. I remember this exact scene. Remember that. I was like, did I imagine this? And then Chloe's, I'm taking this because it was like nice stuff. And in my head, I'm like, man, like the stuff that she kept felt really conservative. So now I'm thinking it's all kinds of surprising.
First of all, let's trace it back a little bit with their relationship. Kim was famous before and Kanye was famous. Then they got together. They became mega super famous. She wasn't in designer clothing and stuff. She she wasn't their muse. She wasn't having things made for her until she got with Kanye, because Kanye did have the relationship with Balenciaga, did have the relationship with Versace, all these different houses. And he catapulted her fame into next level fame, because it was like, I don't want to say trashy fame, but it was like reality TV, like public fame. But then she became legend famous. Kim Kardashian will always be known now. She's not going to be something that's here for a minute and gone. She's a culture pop creator at this point. You have to admit it, whether you like it or not. Good for her. Whatever. She came from where she came from, and she built her family, and they built themselves, and they are in their own right now all famous. Good for them.
Yeah.
But when she started getting gowns designed for her, outfits sent to her, when she went to Fashion Week, I'll never forget this episode. And I didn't even watch the series religiously, or I would catch an episode here and there. She was like, "Oh, we have to wait for Kanye because Kanye's coming tonight. He took a flight to come so he can be there to see what she's wearing to Paris Fashion Week." He had to approve her outfits. He cared that much about fashion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe he likes his life.
I think that's just his thing. I think he likes someone that he can dress up like a doll. I think he likes his wife or a person with him a certain way because he has like in his mind like a look or a vibe. If you're okay with that, some women are okay with that. I just could never get with that. But because to me, it's not just about the clothing, it's about what your body looks like. And he sings it in his songs. He says, I'll get you the boobs and the nip tucks and the whatevers. Like he says it all the time. He's okay with doing that once they're putting out for him. He literally says that in one of his songs.
Again, I don't really like Kanye's music, so
didn't his mom die in a table in Brazil getting a nip tuck? Yeah. You would think he wouldn't care about that stuff as much, but to each their own. Yeah.
All right, Kanye, do you?
This is a good wrap up, guys. We talked a lot. We talked about Kim, Kanye, Hyde, aka Danny Matheson. We talked about Drake. We talked about Jimmy Fallon. We talked about Joe Jonas. Woo, that was a good Friday wrap up, guys.
It was a good Friday wrap up. It'll be interesting to see what this weekend brings in regards to news. We'll be back on Tuesday, dropping the new down low. Yeah, so let's see. Whew, Mira, what a week, girl.
It's been a week.
So much happens in pop culture so quickly.
I know. I love it. I love it, though. Yeah. I support all of this. I support Kim and her outfits. I support Kim and whatever she's doing. Don't even like I don't know her, so I don't like her or dislike her, but she's doing her thing. If you come and hate at her, guess what? You're just giving her more views online, making her brand even bigger. So she's laughing to the bank. Okay. And in her own right, she has her skim line. And I really honestly thought nothing could be good compared to Spanx. But look, she did it, and she's doing her thing, and her whole family's doing their thing. Hate the player, not the game. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, the devil works hard, but Kris Kardashian works harder.
Yo, before we go, let me give you a little nugget about Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner. I'm sorry, not Kris Kardashian.
Kris Jenner was in Italy and looking mad, svelte, and skinny, and people are coming for her and accusing her of using Ozempic, the diabetes drug, to lose weight. And the thing is, I thought she looked great before. I didn't ever think she was. I didn't think she was overweight or anything. But let me tell you something. When I saw these pictures of her, I was like, you know what, Ozempic or not, you go get it, Kris, because she looked damn good. And I was like, now I see why she looks so much like her daughter. Looks so much like her. She's looking more like her daughters now. If she grew her hair out, she would have been like a Kim lookalike. Not even playing.
Interesting. So I'm gonna have to go see these photos. And I get curious now. Good for her.
You have to. Good for her. Ozempic or not. Listen, maybe she's dieting. I don't think she's working out though, but whatever she's doing, listen, hopefully it's not taking it away from people who actually needs a drug, but girl looks good. If that makes her feel happy, that makes her feel happy. She's old and she's doing so much work, and she just catapulted her entire family. So
yeah.
That's the dream right there, right? She did it.
She wasn't the only one who catapulted. Kim had a large hand.
No, she did, but she was the one who took it from being something like that into what it is now. She's managing them very well.
Yeah.
And she don't even need other clients. She don't need any other clients. She just has her kids.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if she actually opened up an agency and hired people?
They'd come flocking.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, she could do it, but why would she? They don't need any more money. They have so much money now.
She doesn't need to.
She built their brands. And now she has all her grandkids to build their brands when they're ready. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And she got a lot of how many does she have now? 13?
I don't know. That one has
Kim
4.
has
That one
4.
has 2. The other one has 2.5. One on the way. Man, she probably got 10 grandkids already. Maybe more.
Woo.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, she got 8, 9 grandkids.
Good for her.
Power to you, Trish Jenner.
Wonder if she just looks at her grandkids and be like, I wonder if I can start putting you in things like Baby Gap to push this through.
I don't think she needs them to. I don't think she needs Baby Gap. They need to go to Balenciaga. You got a kid line? Okay. Oh, wait, what? It's pedophilia? Never
Balenciaga's been
mind.
under fire.
Never
Girl.
mind. But she would do something like that where it's high fashion. I don't think she's going to go to catalog work.
Oh, no. Yeah, absolutely.
Any brand would jump at that, though, to have Kim's kids on there, please.
If she were to do catalog work, the smarter thing to do in regard to catalog work would be to come out with your own line through them.
I'm surprised they haven't come out with a kids line yet. Actually,
I'm not surprised because there's
didn't
probably
Kylie try to do that?
Oh, maybe.
I think with her daughter or something, and it was trash. She had a swimsuit line and she had a kids line. It was just trashy quality, and
yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Whatever.
I guess.
Alrighty. That's our wrap up, guys. Our Whirlwind wrap up. Thanks for listening to us on a Friday, and we'll catch you on Tuesday.
Awesome. Bye, guys.